Trevor George Smith Jr., known professionally as Busta Rhymes, is an American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and actor. Chuck D of Public Enemy gave him the moniker Busta Rhymes, after NFL and CFL wide receiver George Busta Rhymes. He has received 12 Grammy Award nominations for his work, making him one of the most nominated artists without winning. Busta Rhymes was born Trevor George Smith Jr. in the East Flatbush neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York City, on May 20, 1972, to Geraldine Green and Trevor Smith Sr., both from Jamaica. At age 12, Smith's family moved to Uniondale, Long Island. For a short while, Busta Rhymes attended George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education High School in Brooklyn with future rappers Christopher the Notorious B.I.G., Wallace and Shawn Jay-Z Carter, and attended Samuel J. Tilden High School with Edward Special Ed Archer and Roderick Chip Fu Roachford of Fu-Schnickens. Busta Rhymes eventually graduated from Long Island's Uniondale High School in 1991. Busta also spent time in Britain during the early 1980s, where he resided with his maternal aunt. Her aunt lived in Morecambe, and he spent 2 summers there with his mother and younger brother. He went to Skerton Community High School while he was staying in the area. Busta Rhymes has an estimated net worth of $20 million as of 2023. Busta Rhymes' music career. In 1986, Busta, alongside fellow Long Island natives Charlie Brown, born Brian Higgins, Dinko D, born James Jackson, and Cut Monitor Milo, born Sheldon Scott, formed the East Coast hip-hop group Leaders of the New School. The group's big break was when they became an opening act for hip-hop group Public Enemy. Public Enemy's Chuck D gave Busta Rhymes and Charlie Brown their respective stage names. Leaders of the New School began recording in late 1990 and released their debut album A Future Without a Past in 1991 on Elektra Records. In early 1992, the group appeared on A Tribe Called Quest's Posse Cut Scenario. In 1993, they released Time, The Inner Mind's Eye. Busta gained popularity from his advanced rhymes as well as his unique style that was not common of many New York rap artists at the time. Raised by 2 Jamaican parents, Smith embraced his heritage in his music and image as an artist. Busta was the only member of the group to wear dreads and use Jamaican slang, or patois, in his raps. Busta's unique style added an element to the group that allowed for rapid success. Soon after, however, internal problems arose because of his increasing popularity, and the group broke up on the set of Yo! MTV Raps. By the summer of 1992, Rhymes began making guest appearances on songs by several artists such as Big Daddy Kane, Another Bad Creation, The Notorious B.I.G., Brand Nubian, A Tribe Called Quest, and KRS-One, as well on the interludes to Mary J. Blige's debut What's the 411? And R&B trio TLC's second album Crazy Sexy Cool. He also appeared on the album jacket of fellow hip-hop group A Tribe Called Quest's Midnight Marauders, with a host of other fellow hip-hop pioneers. In early 1993, he appeared in a cameo role in Who's the Man, with his fellow Leaders of the New School group members. That same year, he appeared as part of an ensemble cast in the Forrest Whitaker-directed Strapped, which also starred rapper and actor Fredro and Bokeem Woodbine and co-starred alongside Ice Cube and Omar Epps in the John Singleton film Higher Learning. In mid-1994, Rhymes continued to make guest appearances such as the single Oh My God with A Tribe Called Quest. In 1995, Rhymes engaged in a freestyle battle rap with Old Dirty Bastard, rapping the first few verses of his future breakout debut single Woo-Ha. Rhymes also worked on unreleased material with artists such as Nas and Mary J. Blige. In the summer of 1995, Busta Rhymes began working on his solo debut album The Coming, and a month after recording was completed, he released it in March 1996. Later, he started work on his second album, When Disaster Strikes, which would not be released until September 1997. It produced the hit singles Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See and Fire It Up. His musical journey saw him become one of the most successful and high-net-worth rappers in the United States. In 1998, Busta Rhymes recorded Extinction Level Event, The Final World Front. Its lead sampled Bernard Herrmann's theme from Psycho, reached number 6 in the UK singles chart in January 1999. Busta Rhymes enjoyed further transatlantic success in April, when the single What's It Gonna Be, featuring Janet Jackson, reached the US and UK top 11. That same year, the Flip Mode Squad released their group album, and from there, they continued to collaborate. In 2000, Busta Rhymes recorded his final album for Elektra, entitled Anarchy. After Busta signed to J Records, he released a greatest hits collection Total Devastation, the best of Busta Rhymes, alongside a new album of original work. Continuing the biblical theme of his previous albums, he titled his record Genesis. The album featured collaborations with Mary J. Blige, P. Diddy, Khalees, and others. This album did not sell as well as previous releases. In 2002, Busta Rhymes released his sixth studio album It Ain't Safe No More. The album was moderately successful, with a hit song featuring Mariah Carey and the Flip Mode Squad titled I Know What You Want. Another hit single was Make It Clap, featuring Spliff Star. The remix of Make It Clap features Sean Paul. After its release, Busta Rhymes left J Records. In 2004, he signed with American record producer and record executive Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment through Interscope Records. Consequently, upon changing label, a new Flip Mode album was canceled and shelved. As a side note, Busta was also featured as a playable fighter in the 2004 fighting game Def Jam: Fight for New York. His seventh studio album, titled The Big Bang, became the first #1 album of his career. The album sold over 209,000 copies in its first week to earn the top spot on the U.S. Billboard 200-28. The album also became his highest charting album in the UK, peaking at number 19. Some of the album was previously leaked online, and as a result several songs were left off the album and new ones added. The Big Bang features production by Dr. Dre and Swizz Beatz, as well as appearances by Raekwon and Nas. The album spawned the singles Touch It, I Love My Bitch, featuring Khalees, and will.i.am, New York Shit, featuring Swizz Beatz, and In the Ghetto. Busta Rhymes also had a stint opening for Mariah Carey's The Adventures of Mimi tour. Also, he has performed with Eminem on Touch It Remix Part 5 and who also performed a verse on the aforementioned rapper's song, I'll Hurt You. On July 17, 2008, Busta left Interscope and Aftermath due to a creative clash with Interscope head Jimmy Iovine. Busta signed a deal with Universal Motown, through which he released his 8th studio album Back on My BS on May 19, 2009. The album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200. The album was supported by the singles Arab Money, featuring Ron Browse, Hustler's Anthem 09, featuring T-Pain, and Respect My Conglomerate. The song World Go Round, featuring British singer Estelle, was released in France on April 6, 2009, due to the heavy rotation of a leaked version. The single was released in the UK on July 13, 2009. Due to controversial content, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, has banned the album. Back on My BS was released internationally, but because of one song, Arab Money, it cannot be purchased as a CD there, although the album can still be purchased via iTunes. According to the National Media Council, the lyrics were considered to be offensive to Arabs and to Islam, because it quoted the Sharia. In September 2009, Busta Rhymes had announced that he was working on his 9th studio album, alongside Canadian producer Boy Wonder, entitled The Chemo. At the time, he stated that the project was 80% finished. In May 2010, Busta Rhymes had reportedly changed the title of his 9th album from The Chemo to Extinction Level Event 2, making his 9th effort a sequel to his 1998 album Extinction Level Event, Final World Front. In 2010, Busta Rhymes formed his new label, The Conglomerate Entertainment. Later on, the label would have artists such as NORE and Spliff Star on its roster. In 2011, Rhymes recorded Look at Me Now with Chris Brown and Lil Wayne on Brown's 4th album, Fame. The song received favorable reviews regarding Rhymes' guest verse on the song, and is his highest chart entry on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 6, while reaching number 1 on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart, becoming his first number 1 on that chart. On September 7, 2011, Rhymes received 6 nominations for the BET Hip Hop Awards, held on October 11, 2011. On November 16, 2011, Busta Rhymes signed to Cash Money Records. For his debut single on the Cash Money label and his Conglomerate Records, he reunited with Chris Brown on the single Why Stop Now. On December 21, 2012, members of the Conglomerate Ent, Busta along with J, Doe, and Reek DeVillain released a mixtape titled Catastrophic, their first collective effort. In 2016, a movement to name a small, uninhabited lake island in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts after Busta Rhymes received viral publicity. The unofficial name of Busta Rhymes Island was chosen by a town resident because the island has rope swinging, blueberries, and stuff Busta would enjoy. A formal proposal was made to the U.S. Board on Geographic Names to officially change the island's name, but it was not accepted due to regulations regarding the naming of geographic places after living people. In February 2019, Busta Rhymes confirmed he's finishing touches of his new album with longtime collaborator, Dr. Dre. In 2020, Busta appeared on Season 4 of The Masked Singer as the Dragon. He was eliminated in the first episode. On October 30th, 2020, Busta released his album Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. Personal life. Busta Rhymes identifies as a member of the 5% Nation. He has 6 children, 3 sons, born in 1993, 1999, and 2001, and 3 daughters, born 1998, 1999, and 2006. Thank you for watching this video today. Kindly like and share to your friends, and please support our channel by subscribing.